visible for all? The screen is visible for you.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. Now for the today's session, we'll discuss about the storage category. Okay. So we had the different types of the storage categories in the AWS cloud. So mainly this kind of the storage categories are divided into three categories. The storage types in the cloud, mainly three types of the clouds we have. That means storage types. So one is the server level storage. Another one is the serverless storage. And the third one is the file level storage. So mainly these three are the storage types in the cloud. That means in the AWS cloud. I think the server level storage, this kind of the storage level already Anil will explain to you regarding the server level storage. That means this kind of the storage level simply you may can call as the block level storage. The block level storage. That means um, this kind of the storage levels. Let us simply you may can go with or for the storage creation. You required some particular sort of this kind of the servers. So here, the storage should be stored in the form of some blocks. Okay, and in this kind of the storage levels, limitations are there. Limitations, and also server level storage will be similar to the normal drives, HDD and SSD. So this kind of the storage is simply which are better examples for the server level storage. Now coming to the our AWS point of view, EBS volumes. EBS volumes. What are these EBS volumes? Elastic block stores. Elastic block stores. So these are all the best example for the server level storage. Okay. EBS volumes. I think these EBS volumes will require the instance-based level. That means after the creation of the instance, simply you can give in the storage levels. That means in the form of volumes. So there you suppose it to that means there you can click by adding the new volumes and all these things. Simply you can create different types of the storage levels, which belongs to the server level storage. So by considering this the server level storage, you can store up to 16 TB of the storage capacity. You can store the maximum storage capacity. The maximum storage capacity in the by using these EBS volumes, which means that 16 terabytes. Okay, so this comes under the server level storage. That means this is the block level storage. So this kind of the storage level, we had the different types of that means the server will be required based on the server room. That means instance based storage simply we can call in the EBS volumes. Okay, so both the particular instances and all the servers are same. And now coming to the serverless storage, coming to the serverless storage. So this is also kind of the storage serverless storage. So this kind of the storage level simply you can call as the online storage. Online storage. That means the Google Drive, Google Drive, so Office 365 products. So any kind of the service which is providing the service as a storage, simply you may can call as the serverless storage through online. Okay. So in this kind of the storage, uh, we can simply call as the object level storage. Object level storage. Different types of the storage capabilities and the storage types. You may can store the form of the objects. So here, coming to our AWS point of view, AWS S3. S3 means simple storage service. Simple storage service. So this is the best example for the serverless storage. And in this kind of the storage level, you don't have that means a certain limitations. That means unlimited capacity of that means unlimited storage capacity. Simply you may can store AWS S3, Glacier. So these are all the best examples for the serverless storage in the AWS point of view. So you may can store up to unlimited storage capacity. Okay. So by considering this kind of the online storage, you can go for different resources as well. That means we will explain all these kind of the resources which is related to um, the storage, online storage or the object level storage during the hands-on. Okay, and the very next third one, the file level storage. So file level storage, once if you are much familiar with the Linux, so there you had a concept called the network file system. Simply you can call as the NFS. NFS. So which is similar to the AWS point of view, like NFS through the we had a concept called EFS. That means elastic file systems. Through the network, this kind of the storage capability simply you can store. That means based on the instances network. That means we can create different kinds of the files or the folders in the instance level. There we supposed to store certain amount of the storage capabilities, which is called as the EFS, Elastic File System. So these all these things we can discuss. That means these three types of the storage levels we can discuss regarding that means in the AWS point of view as well. So here coming to the server level storage, there we had the concept called elastic block store volumes, ABS volumes. So for this kind of the ABS volumes, we had certain limitations. That means we doesn't go for beyond that particular limit. Okay. But once if you are go with the serverless storage, this is a kind of the storage which will be similar to the Google Drive. That means which we are stored, and this kind of the storage level we may can call as the object level storage. And here, so there is no kind of the limitations. Up to unlimited data you may can store in this the serverless storage. So here AWS S3, S3 means simple storage service, which is a best example for uh, serverless storage. So not only S3, we had different kinds of the storage categories in the AWS. But most of the cases, AWS S3 and the Glacier. So those two are the main services or the resources which are in the storage category. And coming to the file level storage, AWS EFS, that means Elastic File System, through the file levels, through the files or through the file levels, we can go with the or we can create this kind of the file level storage. Okay. Any doubts regarding this one? Yes, no. We'll go for the. We'll discuss about the serverless storage, simple storage service. We will discuss. Any doubts? Okay. Now coming to the simple storage service, that means this one, simple storage service. By considering this the simple storage service, how you may can store? You had some project files. How you may can store that particular project files in your PC? Anyone? సో మీ దగ్గర కొన్ని ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఫైల్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఫైల్స్ మీ కంప్యూటర్లో మీరు స్టోర్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారు లోకల్లా. సో ఎలా స్టోర్ చేసుకుంటారు? మీ ఆన్సర్స్?
Elastic file storage.
No. I'm not asking regarding the EFS or anything. What I'm asking it is, we had some files, that means the project files or anything, which I supposed to store in my local machine.
C drive, D drive.
Yeah. That's so. First, I supposed to select some certain sort of the C drive or anything. That means in particular drive I can select. There I supposed to create one particular folder. ఒక ఫోల్డర్ విత్ ఎనీ నేమ్, ఏదో ఒక నేమ్ తో సమ్ సర్టైన్ ఫోల్డర్ అనేది ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటారు. దాన్ని క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫైల్స్, అంటే ఏదైనా ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఫైల్స్, డాట్ పివై ఫైల్స్ ఆర్ డాట్ సి ఫైల్స్, డాట్ సిపిపి ఫైల్స్, or any kind of the images or coding files, anything. That means this is just some sample particular hierarchy to store certain storage or the files in the local machine. In the same scenario, once if you want to go with the particular S3 service, that means simple storage service, S3. Simple storage service should be abbreviated as S3N. Yes, the character S and the number, numeric number 3, S3. Okay. So there, what happens is mainly, first, we suppose to select this S3 as a centralized service, and then we can go with the different storage options. Simply, we can call it as the buckets. That means which is similar to the scenario. The scenario should be the same, but the only thing changes here it is the terminology only. Okay. So first you can select the service as S3. Inside this S3, you can create different kinds of the folders which are similar to that means you can call in the AWS point of view buckets. And inside the buckets, which you can create, that means inside the folders, files, those kind of the files simply you can call as the objects. Okay. So this is the scenario which you want to go. That means which you can go for the storage creation using the S3 service. Okay. So here the buckets are nothing but the containers for the, simply we can call as the containers for the data stored objects. You want to store any kind of these objects, that means the files, you may can go with the buckets creation. First, you supposed to create the buckets. So for a single bucket, for a single bucket, you can store up to 5 TB. To 5 terabytes, you may can create the for you may can store the any kind of the objects in the bucket, right? So a number of buckets in the S3 service simply you may can create, not an issue. So most probably the actual limit is given for the you had up to 200 buckets simply you may can create in your own system. That means in your own S3 console. That means in the S3 AWS management console, you may can store up to oh, only 200 buckets only the actual given. But once if you are go for the AWS Help Center, they may can given the access for the n number as well. And number of buckets also simply you may can create, not an issue. Okay. Uh, let's all of you please open the AWS console. We'll go for the S3 service and we'll see how we can create the buckets. And by using the S3 service, we had different types of the properties and the permissions related to the S3 as well. So S3 also we had different types of the store. Let me wait for one more minute. All of you please open the AWS console. Go for the learner lab. And select the modules. Select the modules. So there you're supposed to go for the learner lab and just please start the lab. So all the people just start the lab. So once you're done, just post a message in the chat box as open, sir. Okay. Those who are open the AWS console, just post a message in the chat box as done, sir, or open, sir. Once the AWS console got converted to this AWS and then green color, then the lab data should be ready. Now let's click on AWS. Click on AWS, then the AWS console got opened. AWS console got opened. Now let's all of you go for the click on the services. Select the services. The services category. At last, we have the concept called storage. Storage. Now all you people just select the uh, service S3 from the AWS console. Select the category as the storage category. In the storage category, select the service as S3. S3 service you're supposed to select. Let's all the people are done. Just let me know. Post a message in the chat box as done, sir. Let's all the people please answer the question. You had the time only for the 1 minute only. Okay. All the people just answer the question. What is an AWS EC2? So those who are on the meeting, just all the people answer that for particular quiz, which is a single question only. All the people. So the question is, what is meant by AWS EC2? Which is a database service, storage service, or you may can simply create the virtual servers in the cloud, or which is a security service. You have the four options. You're supposed to select a proper answer. Out of 166, only 35% got given the answer. All the people, please give the answer. Fast. While the session is going, this kind of the questions and all these things should be, that means certain polls are there. Just Make an answer for that.
We have nearly 165 students. Only 56 has answered so far. Others, be active. Come on. We are ending the poll. It's more than 2 minutes.
Simple and question. What is EC2? That's it.
Simple question.
Simple question. You need to select the proper answer.
Okay, we are ending the quiz and so only 76 people has answered. I don't know what happened to others. And out of that, only 30 students got the correct answer. Virtual server in the cloud. I hope the result is visible to all of you. Okay, that's the result. I'm stop sharing the result. All others, you have to participate on it. Okay, Ramakrishna, you can continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Listen, all of you, while the session is going, this kind of the questions or the quizzes are came to you, you need to answer. Why? Because already the session are completed regarding the EC2. That means what is meant by the EC2? I think you had you can done or you can create different kinds of the instances on that one as well. So by using the EC2, what we supposed to do, we can create the on-demand servers. The virtual servers simply we can create. But maybe I don't know, among these 76 persons, only 30 persons given. 50% is not there. Think, okay, right. We'll discuss later at the end of the session regarding this one, not an issue. Now let's all you people just let me know whether you opened the AWS console or not. Just post a message in the chat box as done, sir. Active participation should be required as well. Right. యూజ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు ఆన్సర్స్ పెడతా అంటారు ఎవరు? ఓన్లీ సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్, ఒక క్వశ్చన్ డైలీ వి నీడ్ టు గో ఫర్ అట్లీస్ట్ 5 to 6 questions. Okay, please be prepared. The sessions, previous sessions ఏవైతే మనకి కంప్లీట్ అయినాయి ఉంటుందో ఆ కంప్లీట్ అయిన సెషన్స్ నుంచి మనకి కంప్లీట్ అయిన సెషన్స్ నుంచి ఒక 5 to 6 questions బేసిక్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయండి. Basic questions, you need to participate through that kind of the poll. That means the MCQ basic. Okay, just be prepared. Be prepared. Okay, now let's all the people open AWS console. This is the AWS console. So from the AWS console, let's select the storage category. In the storage category, right side, you had different types of the storage services. AWS backup, EFS, fully managed file level storage, AWS S3, scalable storage in the cloud. So these S3, most of the cases, we can use it for the any amount of the data, any type of the data, we can store. Okay, and also the S3 glacier also, which is the data archiving purpose. That means for the storage archiving, we can use this S3 glacier. We will discuss this S3 and S3 glacier. Right? Now let's all you people select S3, click on S3, click on S3. Select S3. So one more thing you need to listen here. That means if you are go with the storage category or any kind of the service, you had different types of uh, the service dashboard. Once if you are go through the EC2 service, EC2 dashboard will be there. Or once if you are go through the VPC category of the service, VPC dashboard will be there. In the same manner, if you are go with the storage service, the storage service, the storage dashboard will be there. The storage dashboard. Okay. So the storage dashboard should be like this. The storage dashboard. That means which is in the form of the buckets. Buckets. Also, this is the particular storage service that can store and retrieve any amount of the data from anywhere. So there you have the S3 dashboard. So here you have the three hyphens. So once if you are selected here, every S3 dashboard will be appears here. S3 dashboard. Okay. Select buckets from the S3 console. And one more thing I want to remember you is any kind of the service which is mainly based on the region, but S3 should be globally deployed. S3 service globally deployed. That means globally you can create this S3 service, but the bucket should require the region specific. Once if you are while you are creating the buckets, you require that means you need the particular region specific as well, on which particular availability region or on which particular specific region if you are creating the bucket. So this kind of the options you need to see. Okay. So does all the people in the same console, the buckets dashboard, this one, let me know. Those who are not there, I will help you. That means regarding the error or anything. Just all the people are in the same console or not? Yes or no? Bucket console. Yes, no. Hey, respond. Okay, right, right. Thank you. Okay. Now we supposed to create one bucket. We supposed to create one bucket. Let's all the people select the option as create bucket. All the people select the option as create bucket. Create bucket. Buckets are the containers for data stored in S3. Okay. So there you require the name tag. That means bucket name. Bucket name must and should be unique. Select create bucket from the S3 dashboard. Okay. Bucket name required. So the bucket name must and should be unique. That means S3 should be globally deployed. So that's why while you are giving the bucket name, you're supposed to mention a proper name as well. That means proper name you need to give to your bucket. So I can give this bucket name as my name with today's date. You can also give in the same format. If I simply I can given only with my name, if anyone given already the bucket name, it won't take. It should be showing as an error. The bucket name must and should be unique, or you need to give another name to your bucket. So this kind of the errors simply I can see for the bucket creation. So that's why while you are creating the bucket, you need to give a unique name. Okay. So my name hyphen or today's date simply I can give. If you want to give, that means if you are give the same name to your bucket, so again it won't take. Okay. And then later AWS region. AWS region should be the Northern Virginia region. Yes, hyphen is hyphen one, not an issue. And one more thing here, you need to select the particular object ownership, the bucket name. So bucket name, this is the name I can given. You can give your own unique name. And then AWS region, it should be asking North Virginia. Yes, hyphen east hyphen one. Okay. Next, object ownership. Object ownership should mainly depends upon the object ownership should mainly depends upon the objects written to this bucket from another AWS accounts or any kind of the names or the particular resource ACLs we had. Access control list simply we can call. Okay. So mainly the object ownership should specify that or should identify whom I can access this kind of the objects which you can stored in the buckets. Okay. After the creation of the bucket, that means who want to access that particular objects inside the bucket. Let's simply, if you want to give in any specific person or for this specific account or for any kind of the other AWS accounts. So this kind of the options, everything should be done through this object ownership only. This object ownership. Okay. So this object ownership mainly depends upon the ACLs. Object ownership mainly depends upon the ACLs. ACL is nothing but the access control list. Okay. These ACL should be, you need to enable ACLs enabled. ACLs enabled. All you people just select ACLs enabled. Okay. Once if you have selected these ACLs enabled, that means you can get different options as well. That means whether the ACL should be disabling or unless you need to control access for different kinds of the objects individually while you are accessing that particular or while you are uploading that particular objects. Right? Now just scroll down. And this should be requires. The very next one is the block public access. The very next one is the all the people just enable the ACLs. ACLs enabled. And the very next one is the block public access setting. Yeah. If you had any doubts, you can post your queries in the chat box. I will answer your queries. Some of them are raised their hand. So those you had any doubts, you can post in the chat box. Not an issue. Okay. Okay. Here, the block public access settings is mainly depends upon the public access which is granted to the buckets and the objects which you can upload it through ACLs. Okay. So now, if you want to ensure that the public access to this bucket when the object is blocked, you can turn on the block public access like this. Everyone, that means everything should be supposed to enabled. Okay. So this should be mainly depends upon the particular bucket accessing points. Okay. So once if you are enabled this one, there will be a proper. Yeah, the subcategory of the object ownership should be the bucket owner preferred, which is sufficient, not an issue. Object title is not required. Object owner preferred. The default option simply you can select, not an issue. Now here the block public access should be, that means everything should be public access should be blocked. Now for this, as of now, we doesn't store any kind of the sensitive information or anything. So that's why just disable this one, not an issue. But while you are uploading any kind of the sensitive information like the database content or any kind of the content which is what I can call that means which is very sensitive and the valuable information if you want to store in the bucket, you need to block the public access. Okay, but as of now, just unblock this one, not an issue. Then scroll down. Just turning off block of all public access will be on behalf of me. I can done this process only. Just acknowledge this checkbox as well. Acknowledge this checkbox. Bucket versioning, tags, default encryption, and KMS. All these things should be, I will explain later. Then create bucket. Directly create bucket. Directly create bucket. Disable the block public access. Okay. So previously which is enabled. Now you can disable the block public access. Once done, all of you created the bucket, just please let me know. Created, sir, successfully created bucket with the bucket name. This kind of the green color, this kind of the prompt simply you can get. Otherwise, if you get any kind of the errors while creating the bucket, just please post a message in the chat box. I will explain. Successfully created, successfully created. Good, good, nice. The only thing you required it is uh, the bucket name, which must be unique. Right. Thank you. Now just click on your bucket name. That means here, this is the bucket which you can created as of now. There, this is the region. This is the name of the bucket, the region of the bucket, and the access. That means the accessibility or the public access should be objects can be public. And this is the bucket creation date on which time you can create the particular bucket. Okay. Now let's click on your bucket name where it is there. So click on here, click on the bucket name. So once if you are clicking on this bucket name, this could be like this. That means the main S3. Yeah, you can see this particular thing. That means the hierarchy you supposed to see here. Amazon S3. Inside the S3, simply we had the concept called buckets. Inside the buckets, we had the created bucket, and inside the bucket, uh, you need to upload or you need to store any amount of the data, and any kind of the data simply you can store. Okay, so for this bucket, you had different kinds of the parameters like the objects, properties, permissions, metrics, management, access points. So these are all the different options. Now all the people just upload one image, JPG file or PNG file. Any one image simply you can upload in this particular bucket, an object, by selecting the upload option. Selecting the upload option, click on upload. Then you can drag and drop files here, or otherwise simply you can select the add files here. Add files here. Okay, so you can upload this kind of the option called add files up to 160 GB. You can add files. So beyond the 160 GB, you can go for the AWS CLI or AWS SDK, or with the APIs simply you can store, which is one more important question while anyone asking you regarding this one. That means up to 160 GB you can directly upload through add files. The file size should be beyond the 160 GB. 160 GB, you need to go for the AWS CLI, AWS SDK, or AWS APIs. Okay, so any kind of these options simply you can select to upload the files which are larger than the 160 GB. Okay, now let's select add files. Add files. Upload any image. ఇది ఒక sample image ఒకటి upload చేయండి. JPG image, any one image simply you can upload. Upload any image, some sample image simply you can upload. Okay, then upload. Click on upload. Uploading. So every property or the every operation related to the S3 should appear here regarding with the percentage and all these things. When it should be completed, it should be showing, or it should be converted into green color, and it should be showing the status of that particular operation which performed. Okay, now let's click on close. Yeah, I will repeat the process again, not an issue. So let's simply select upload, then add files, add files. After you selecting, select any one image file, simply you can select any image file. Then click on open. Click on open. Then click on upload. So once if you are selecting this upload, it should be taken some time to 1 or 2 minutes to upload, or it should be taken some seconds, few seconds time will take to upload. Okay, then the object, that means now in this bucket you had the particular object which you can upload it. Got it? Yes, no. Uploaded all of you? Okay. Now let's click on select our uploaded file. Select our uploaded file. Select our uploaded file. Select our uploaded file. So this is the name of the file and the type of the file and when it should be uploaded in this one and the size of the file and the storage class, the standard storage class. So we had different types of the storage classes in the AWS S3. All these kind of the storage classes we will discuss tomorrow session. For the tomorrow session, we will discuss about these different storage classes. Okay. Now let's all you people select the uploaded, that means object file, and let's simply copy the URL. Copy the URL. Copy the URL. Just once done, let me know. If you are completed, post a message in the chat box as done. After selecting this, select the uploaded file and these different options should be enabled. So there you supposed to select the copy URL. The object URL should be copied and just paste in a, take a new tab and just paste here. Just paste here. Whether you got any kind of the particular file accessibility which you make an uploaded. Yes, no. No, it should be showing like this. That means access denied. Error message, access denied. So this kind of the option simply you make an observe. So for this sake, what you need to do is let's select all the, that means the uploaded file. After uploading the object, copy the URL and go for the web result. Then error comes. Then click on actions. Click on actions. Then make public. Click on actions. Here the you had an option called actions. At last, make public using ACL. Select that option. Then make public. Make public. Make public using ACL. Okay, successfully added the public access. Does all the people completed? Make public. Does all the people completed the make public of the uploaded object? Just please let me know. Right. Okay. Now again go for the web page which you may can get the error. Just reload again. You got the actual image which you may can uploaded through the particular object URL. Okay. Got it? All of you understood regarding the S3 service and the bucket creation, and inside the bucket the object creation. Got it? So and what you need to do is again try to upload one more object. Same bucket లోనే ఇంకో object upload చేసి try చేయండి. I will give you 5 more minutes time and just make public it. 5 minutes time. If you are completed, just post a message in the chat box as completed, sir. Okay, complete first. Upload one more object. That means upload any one more image and try to access with the URL. And simply you can give the same URL with your friends as well and try to access. I can given 5 more minutes time to you. Complete. Once if you are done, just post a message in the chat box as done, sir. Okay. Does all the people completed? Yeah. Okay. Nice. Nice. So any queries regarding the some of them are posted their image in the chat box as well. So just simply if I suppose to access that particular image, yeah, that's nice. Very good. We can give in everything. Okay. Now after the creation of the bucket, any doubts regarding the bucket creation and the uploading the object and all these things? Any doubts? Yes, no. Any doubts regarding the bucket creation and uploading the objects and all these things? Object creation లో doubts. ఎక్కడైనా doubt object creation లో? Let me explain once. వేరే ఇంకో ఇమేజ్ ఒకసారి అప్లోడ్ చేస్తున్నా చూడండి. So this is the bucket console. This is the bucket console. So there I had different options, objects, properties, permissions, matrix, management, access points, and all these things. Okay. So there I want to upload some different objects to this bucket. Let's simply select upload. Let's simply select upload. So if you want to upload any kind of the particular objects or files which is in the uh, storage of, that means less than 160 GB, less than 160 GB, you may can simply upload, not an issue. But which is beyond the 160 GB storage capability, you need to go for another option to upload. Okay. So here we had the files less than 1 GB, so that's why simple files. Select add files. Select add files. So select any kind of one image file or whatever it may be. ఏదో ఒక image file select చేసుకోండి. Upload any one image file. Upload any one image file. Then click on upload. సో అప్లోడ్ అవడం కోసం ఇక్కడ టైం తీసుకుంటాం చూడండి, ఒక హార్డ్లీ లెస్ దాన్ మినిట్స్ లో ఇట్ షుడ్ టేక్ సమ్ టైమ్. 0% ఆర్ 1%, 2% ఇలా మనకి బ్లూ కలర్ లో వచ్చి అప్లోడ్ అయిన తర్వాత మనకి గ్రీన్ కలర్ కి చేంజ్ అవుతుందండి. యా, ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ లేటర్. HTML ఫైల్స్ అవన్నీ కూడా ఎలా అప్లోడ్ చేయాలి అవన్నీ కూడా నేను లేటర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఇంకా అవ్వలేదండి, దిస్ ఇస్ జస్ట్ బేసిక్ వన్. ఎలా అప్లోడ్ చేయాలి, ఎలా మనం రిడైరెక్ట్ చేయాలి, అండ్ అలాగే అప్లోడ్ చేసిన వాటికి ప్రైసింగ్ అనేది ఎలా ఉంటుంది, విల్ డిస్కస్ లేటర్. నాట్ అన్ ఇష్యూ, నాట్ అన్ ఇష్యూ. Okay, once the upload got succeeded, the console should be like this: upload succeeded. You may can view the details below. Just close and then select the upload file. That means select the uploaded object. Select uploaded object. Select uploaded object. Copy the URL. Copy the URL and just take any web browser and just paste here. Okay, so you will get the error like this. Just simply just make sure that whether the uploaded file should be publicly available or not. Go to the actions, make public using ACL. Make public using ACL. Make public using ACL. Make public writing the public access. That means if you want to navigate away, that means the action will be cancelled. So that's why just stay in the particular console only. Successfully entered the public access. Now just reload the particular page which you want to require to get the object URL. Any kind of the object URL, you will get the access. You will get the access. Okay, so that is the way we are creating different buckets in the S3 console and uploading different objects. Okay. Any doubts regarding the bucket creation and the objects upload and how we can navigate to these particular buckets and all these things? Okay. So different kinds of the HTML files and what are the different types of the properties and all these things we will discuss on tomorrow. Not an issue. I think it's 11:40 as well. The time which having the time.
Ramakrishna, give me 5 minutes. I
Okay.
would like to talk with students once.
Yeah, sir. You can.
Hello all. Good morning once again. Hope you all are enjoying the internship session. Okay. Thank you all. Good morning, one and all. Hope you all are enjoying the session with practical learning. I hope Ramakrishna sir and Anil sir they are taking you in a good direction towards your internship and certification. And we already informed 31st May is the last day for the payment. And we request all those who have unpaid so far. We have for AWS 474 registrations were there so far. So this okay. We will categorize all the students, those who paid and those who do not paid. Okay. So I request all the students to complete the payment by tomorrow. Okay, that's the important thing. And those who already paid their fees, please attend the sessions, work on your project in parallel to the session, and at the end you will get certified. And those who have, this is very important point, and those who are facing payment issues, those who didn't receive any receipt, okay, and those whose money is debited from your account and no update, we are working on that. There are server issues, okay, we will update you. Okay, we request all those the students who got payment issues still to attend the sessions and work on your project. Okay, once the issues were resolved, we will update you. Either the trainer will show you in the session that your payment is success, or we will let you know through the mail that you have already sent to engineering skills or to the helpline. Is it clear for the students who are facing payment issues? Okay. And even the students who will pay the amount tomorrow, please turn off your video. Students who will pay the amount tomorrow, okay, if you face any issue, okay, please send a mail to engineeringskills@apssdc.in. Okay, I'll enter the mail ID in the chat box. Okay, any type of issues, and you send us a mail to that mail ID, and don't disturb the trainer. Okay, asking unnecessary questions. Okay, engineeringskills@apssdc.in. That's the mail ID. Okay, and no more shifting of batches. If someone, two or three students, they jump from Python to AWS, and two or more students, they have jumped from AWS to Python or data analysis. Okay, it's been more than 2 weeks, I think 10 days. Okay, no more batch shifting is allowed from now onwards. You have to continue in the batch whatever you have registered so far. Okay, new registrations are also not encouraged, and we will launch a second batch of internships in this week so that you can forward that to your friends. Those who are missing this internship program, they can join the second internship program that will start on 3rd week of June. We will let you know the date once you have registered. Okay. And I request those who already registered here, please don't register in that program again. Okay. And also, please, if you are interested only on your own, you have to make payments. Okay. After making payments, don't ask us to refund. Once the payment is made,